In today's video, we're going to be going over Shopify, Canada's hottest stock in the year 2019. And I'll be giving you 5 different reasons as to why I'm so bullish on Shopify, plus 2 bonus reasons that are not really mentioned anywhere else. We've got a lot to unpack, so let's grab a snack first. Welcome back to the Fire Grind. My name is Daniel and we're starting a new series here on my channel talking about Shopify. We're going to be tracking how the company does throughout the years and just go over news articles that come out about this company. I'm going to try to post weekly videos on it, so click that subscribe button if you want to hear more about Canada's hottest tech stock. On this channel, we talk about personal finance with a focus in the stock market so that we can achieve financial independence and retire early and do the things that we love. Shopify has recently hit all-time highs at around $700 and since then has dropped back down to about $500. And this is because of the whole beer sickness situation. And now that it's dropped about 28% or so, I'm looking to start a position in it in my Wealthsimple portfolio. And the reason for this is Shopify has a great long-term growth strategy with it, and I think they're going to end up becoming one of the top companies in the world because of how big e-commerce is going to get. Before I go into the reasons, we're going to have to understand what Shopify does, and what better way to do this but to look at their annual report to see what they say their business does. So let's read this. Shopify is a leading global commerce company providing trusted tools to start, grow, market, and manage a retail business of any size. Shopify makes commerce better for everyone with a platform and services that are engineered for reliability, while delivering a better shopping experience for customers everywhere. Shopify builds web and mobile-based software and lets merchants easily set up beautiful online storefronts that are rich with retail functionality. The first thing that we're going to discuss is Shopify's business models. Essentially what they are is they're a platform as a service. And what they do is they provide retailers with the ability to build a website in the matter of days and get their storefront up and running. Although there is a monthly fee, when you look at how much it costs for retailers to hire developers to actually produce a customized website, the cost of the monthly fee is actually next to nothing. So imagine a software developer could be costing a company about $100,000, and maybe you need 4 or 5 of them to get a retail website up. So you're paying $500,000 to start your retail website. But then if you use Shopify, you could be paying as little as $30 a month. So for a full year, you're only paying $360 compared to $500,000. In addition to this, Shopify recently bought a warehousing company and they're going to be starting to provide some fulfillment services for the smaller retailers. And this is huge because right now shipping costs an arm and a leg, especially in Canada here. You know that if you want to ship like a small box, you're already paying $10. And that product that you're shipping might only be worth $20. And to add to all this, Shopify's platform is extremely sticky just because of how much it costs in time and also headache to switch from Shopify to another platform. If you've got all your integrations and you're used to their analytics on this platform, and you're cross-selling across multiple platforms like social media, your website, and you're doing your own in-store sales, then it's going to be very difficult for you to switch off Shopify. So I think once Shopify secures a customer that's making good sales, they're going to stick with Shopify for the rest of their life. And as that business grows, Shopify grows as well. The second reason as to why I really like Shopify is the way they manage their finances. Currently, they have a total cash balance of around $2.4 billion, while their current debts are at $470 million. Essentially, they have enough cash to cover 5 times the amount of debt that they currently have. So this will definitely allow them to weather the current economic storms that we're facing. Speaking of this economic crisis currently, people are stuck at home and some people still do want to shop. Actually, a majority of us do because we're pretty bored with our time. So likely you're probably logging on to 1 or 2 Shopify stores throughout your time in quarantine. Shopify supports 21% of all the online e-commerce stores out there. And there are some major ones, like Tesla, for example. So if you're looking for a Model 3 or a Model X, you're on a Shopify platform looking for your Tesla. The third reason why I like Shopify is because of their branding. And you can clearly tell by their name, first of all, that their platform has to do something with shopping. However, their competitors, their names are like Weebly, Squarespace, WooCommerce, Wix, and BigCommerce. And maybe some of these you've never heard of, or others are just website builders to you, but none of them really stand out as e-commerce platforms. Shopify as a company to me just stands for e-commerce. And although Shopify falls second to WooCommerce in number of e-commerce stores they support, WooCommerce has the advantage of that you don't actually have to pay any fees for using that platform. But if you're not paying any fees, you're probably having a lot of headaches trying to figure out how to do A or B because the functionality is very limited on WooCommerce. In order to get the same level of experience on Shopify and WooCommerce, WooCommerce is going to cost you more with all the different add-ons. A few years back, Shopify, the company, was associated with dropshipping because so many dropshippers flocked to the Shopify platform because of its ease of use, and they started using this platform to sell goods from China. And Shopify got a bit of bad rep because these dropshipping stores usually made next to nothing and people would fold them after maybe 30 or 60 days. It seemed like Shopify was losing the same amount of customers as they were gaining. But one thing that people don't really realize is those people who are into dropshipping, they're probably going to end up in the retail sector and maybe doing some sort of marketing because of their experience in dropshipping. And what are they going to use in their job if they have the choice? They're probably going to use Shopify because they're very familiar with the platform and they know how to use it from all the YouTube tutorials that they've watched. Reason number 4 as to why I like Shopify is because they have a very user-centric platform. So what this means is that users have a very easy time using their platform because Shopify has thought out how the user is going to use it, and they've designed their platform in such a way that is very intuitive for the non-tech person. So anyone in marketing or finance or even the teenager from high school could start a Shopify store. Not only is it easy to use, their designs are also elegant as well. And Shopify understands that the retail store and how it looks and feels is very important because this is what branding is all about. And the way that they've built out their brand is essentially to provide their customers with great value and allowing them to brand their stores in a way that will benefit their e-commerce sales. And with the recent growth in how many stores people have opened, this has also broadened the amount of community support there is, as well as they do offer 24/7 support, which I've heard is also very, very responsive. Shopify is like the operating system for e-commerce. And because of the operating system, they also offer a lot of apps. So there's different ways that you can customize your store, as well as there's third parties who develop apps on the Shopify store. With a large community that they've built up, they're able to have other developers come in and put their apps on the Shopify store in order to support the ecosystem. Seems a bit like Apple in how they operate. Lastly, their platform is completely integrated. So you get everything from your website building to your analytics to even your shipping and fulfillment one day, all on one platform. You don't need to crosstalk between like UPS, WooCommerce, WordPress, and like GoDaddy, for example. Shopify has just made it dead easy. Reason number 5 as to why I like Shopify is because their total addressable market is growing year over year at around 20%. In 2019, it was $3.5 billion. In 2020, it's predicted to be $4.2 billion. And that might fluctuate a bit because of the recent events. However, it could actually boost e-commerce because no one can go to retailers to buy. So therefore, e-commerce is their only way. E-commerce sales made up around 14% of all retail sales. And in 2020, it's expected to be 16%. And in 2023, the global e-commerce market is going to be $6.5 billion. And this will represent 22% of all retail sales. So we're not even close to halfway yet. But yet the global market for e-commerce is massive. And as I mentioned earlier, with this whole economic crash and the need to stay quarantined, people are going to get used to shopping online. And I think e-commerce is really just going to take off because of this whole event. And although the sales might not be as large because people are losing their jobs right now, but the way of shopping online is just going to be more ingrained in their heads. such that going forward, when the economy recovers, people are just going to be more used to shopping online and understand how convenient it is for them to get their packages at the door within the next couple of days after ordering it. And here are 2 bonus reasons. The first one being Shopify treats their employees very well. Shopify employees get to enjoy free lunches and possibly dinners each day, as well as have unlimited vacation and just a lot of cool different office perks. And their working environment is just beautiful if you've ever seen the inside of their offices. And with all these work perks in a market like Canada, where not many other companies offer this, Shopify is getting all the top talent in Canada because this company treats their employees well, and therefore everyone wants to work for them. And on top of this all, there's stock options that they offer their employees. Those employees are going to be happy to accept them, even if it's a smaller amount than maybe other companies, because they know the future for Shopify is massive, and their stocks could appreciate by 10 to 30 times in the next 10 years. The second bonus reason I have is that if you go to Google Trends and you type in all the different e-commerce platforms that you can find, and you compare their search results, Shopify comes out on top, and not just by a little bit. They come out on top by a lot. So much so that they're actually double the search volume compared to the next competitor, Squarespace. And Shopify is continuing to grow if you look at the 5-year trends. With the recent economic activity, you'll see a bit of a slump at the end, but that's just natural, as a lot of retailers are shutting down. But those who survive this are only going to get bigger. And one last thing, I think the retail market right now is shifting towards more of personalized branding, especially with all the social media influencing. And therefore, there's going to be a lot of creators out there who want to build their own stores. And what site are they going to flock to? I think Shopify, because Shopify is so widely talked about on YouTube that people are just going to flock to it for selling their merch on there. So those are all the reasons as to why I'm so bullish on Shopify. So if you have any questions or comments, or maybe you disagree with some of the things that I said, just leave them down in the comments below and let's have a discussion. Smash that like button and click the subscribe so you hear more content about Shopify in the future as I talk about it. And don't forget, there's a link down below to Well Simple. If you sign up today, you can get $5 for free once you trade $100 worth of stocks. And for those of you who are also interested in saving on your phone bill, I have a link to my Public Mobile referral where you can get $10 in credit when you sign up for Public Mobile. I currently pay $9 for 1 gigabyte of data in Canada. So if you want a quick way to save money on your monthly budget, check out Public Mobile. Keep up the grind and have a great day.